How's it going, guys? Just wanted to give you a little update. What you're looking at is my Sterno-Stove, and it's actually made out of a tuna can from a I was looking at this tuna. I have in my kit it's a Snow Peak titanium cup. I think it's the 600 milliliters version, and these tuna cans fit down inside of it, like really nice, like it nests inside. So I have these tuna, and I recently got a bunch of these Sterno cans. They're pretty cheap. They put out a good flame. They're just used for, heating up, if you have a party or something, you heat up the dishes that you get. But the tuna can fits almost, it actually fits perfectly in there. It fits right inside this rim. There's a little tiny bit of play, but nothing too noticeable. So I thought, why not make a little insert to fit over this can to boil that cup that I just mentioned. So I came up with that. I punched a series of holes all the way around it, and on the top I have these wires. So I just used a hole punch. Let's get too far ahead. I used a hole punch, simple, it looks like a pair of scissors. You just punch the hole in. So I cleaned the can out, punched the holes all the way around, and the bottom, there's I'll show you on this can. There's a series of rings on the bottom of the tuna can, and there's one fat ring right here. That's the one I followed, and I cut out this interior ring all the way around, and then I used a pair of tin snips and worked my way around and cut the edge clean, and then I ended up sanding it down to make it remove all the sharp edges. So that edge actually fits in. It's not the same there, but that edge fits right outside this this lid, so it actually works out. Put the stove on top. You can see how well it fits around the lid there. And then I just punched 2 holes in the top here. Alright, and I had these, this is actually like an old style clothespin. It's just a thick gauge wire. I bent one end. This was the manufactured end, and it came down and came up into like a loop to pinch clothes or something. So it's real good sturdy wire. I cut it and bent the loop. You can see the hole that I punched in the other side, and it fits right in. And these rings, you just kind of bring them to the center, just like that. And then when you rest your cup on top, I'll use a tuna can, I guess. It rests above the rim of it. So that's going to be where your flame comes out, and this is your air intake. So the air comes in and the flame just kind of rests right on the bottom of this can, and it's real good, and it keeps the flame right there. Puts the flame right on the bottom. It's not blowing around. And the only thing I've noticed with this is you want to cover your lid. These things don't put out a crazy amount of heat. It's not like one of those MSR pocket stoves, or even the Jetboil personal cook system stove. You're not going to get like a flame shooting out of here. It's just a low, if you've ever lit a can of Sterno, it's just a flame there. So you want to capture it, and this thing really holds the flame in good, keeps the flame all inside this can, and it barely comes out of here. And with the lid on top, whatever it is, tin foil or anything, that's going to keep the heat in, and then it's going to get a real good boil, as opposed to having an open lid where the heat can just escape into the atmosphere. So it works out really nice, and it's pretty lightweight, and these cans of Sterno are real cheap. You can get them for I don't even know what I got them for. You get them in a big lot if from like some restaurant supplier, and they're pretty good for a quick low smoke. There's basically no smoke. If you're ever in a you know, where you needed a fire, you can cook on this stove, and it weighs next to nothing. It's no smoke either, so it's a good thing to have in your kit. So use your tuna can, use your ingenuity, and see what you come up with. Thanks, guys.